Okay, here's my best analysis of Dave's Moderna PDS 149, 148 short on the 18th. So here's the backdrop. The market is disgusting. It's just a mess. But Moderna, the chart looks fantastic. Now remember, we don't have this candle right through here, but we have this third candle through here. Moderna is just dropping like a freaking rock. It's broken this algo line, and it's also broken both SMAs. So both SMAs. It's also got that beautiful stacked relative weakness that I like. So Moderna is one of the companies that's actually making its sector weak, right? Because you got to remember, sector weakness or sector strength is literally just saying that these groups of companies are the ones that are weak. So if there's like 100 stocks in the healthcare sector that are really doing the work, why don't you just find the actual stocks that are the ones making the sector weak, right? So don't try to pick any stock. Try to find the ones that are actually doing the work. This is the one doing the work right through here. It's also got some really nice elevated relative volume. So the market relative volume is very low, but the sector and the stock relative volume is very high. Fantastic. It's checking off all the boxes. The D1 looks good. It's also very swingable. Now, here's what I think Dave did. Obviously, Moderna was a really good trade. In fact, I took this trade. I took it short. Let me see here. I took Moderna short right here at this point right through here after I saw just how much weakness it had. And that was right about there. And what I was trying to do was I saw that there was a massive bull cross and that Moderna was dropping. So I was just gonna catch the bear cross right at the top through there and watch it just drop like a rock further. That was my plan. I mean, like, it didn't really work that way. But if you look at it on SPY through here, SPY was just about to get its ass kicked as well. So that was my plan. It didn't work out, but in hindsight it did, because look, I held it because this thing is very swingable. Remember that D1. And here's a lesson. I paid attention and I caught a single candle through here on high volume and caught the bottom of it right through there. Now, hindsight's 2020, the whole thing continued to drop, but that's not what it looked like after that candle. And I sniped a nice little profit right through there. And that was because news came out on this candle that the government wasn't going to be paying for COVID shots anymore. So that's what I believe it was, a news catalyst. And I think all of the weakness leading up to this was people anticipating that the government wasn't going to be paying for COVID shots anymore. The news came out right there, a little bit of a reaction like against it, like a correction, and then continued bearishness. And so now here we are where Dave takes this PDS near the end of the day. Okay, so here's what this looks like. Dave sees that Moderna has been dropping in this area. He takes the PDS right through there, and that it's flat through here, even though if I take a look over here, this circle is his entry. Moderna's flat. It's below all the SMAs. I'm going to trace across here, and you'll see on SPY what it's looking like. Moderna's flat, 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 flat. Look, we get that big SPY candle. That candle's still not above the high of the day. It's still down on the day. Remember, this is after we got rejected from the 200. And Moderna is not going up. It's still flat. So Dave takes the PDS. And he takes the PDS because there's only an hour left of trading. So this thing could go against him. And he knows this thing is swingable. And he knows there's also room left in the trade down to this algo line through here. Okay, so he wants to take advantage of it. Next, the reason why he structures it the way he does, 149, 148. So he buys the 149 put, he sells the 148 put. So he caps his profit, but he also caps his losses as well, because he's not trying to take profit beyond 148. And the reason why he doesn't care about taking profit beyond 148 is if you look on the D1 chart at that giant news spike down, that level is about 148 right through there. So he's looking to take from here to here on a swing trade on a very weak stock. And then that morning, he was able to get out literally at 9:31 with that candle. So that was the reason why he took that, and he structured it the way he wanted to. And the reason why he used a PDS instead of just straight puts was because of the market. Remember, that was Thursday. We have no clue on Thursday whether or not Moderna is going to go against you and try to test that 200 again, or if we're going to get some bearish action. We have no clue whatsoever. So he structured that trade in the safest way possible to catch the highest probability chunk of profit on the best stock that he possibly could, aka A+ setup. That is my assumption for Dave's Moderna PDS.